Hey everybody, Patty Ann here. Just about the time you think, you can relax and, just use what you know in Cricut Design Space. But just about the time I do, I find something new that I can do. You guys are going to love this, I bet. So I just made all of these little box templates just in Cricut Design Space. And hey, those look like those could be saved for some eggs later. And there are lots and lots of different style boxes that you can make. So let me get rid of this for a sec and just start folding these up a little bit to see how well they work. There are score lines everywhere they need to be. And I just did them out of this kind of pinky color just for a sample to see how well this works. And I'm pretty pleased with it. Oops, get that on the score line. All right, now to put these together, sometimes I just like to use this handy little gun here and put some tape on these little tabs. I'll have a link to this gun down below if you're interested in getting one. It's really handy if you like to make a lot of things out of cardstock. That looks pretty good. So I'm just going to start putting it together a little bit. Fold this in, put the tape, fold this end in, tape, make sure it's at right angles, and this end in, and tape it, and this end in, and tape it. So there's my little box pretty much. I just need to fold there and fold these little edges in. And I accidentally put tape on these two edges, but you know what? That's the beauty of this tape. All you have to do is rub it like this and it comes right off. I mean, like in a little blob. I don't know if you can see that, but it's gone now. So all I have to do then is just fold these in, these little sides on the score lines. And fold this one down in. Could have put some tape on that, I guess. And there is my little box pretty much done. Of course, I probably wouldn't really make it this small if I was actually making it, and I would finish gluing or taping some parts a little bit better. But anyway, you get the idea, right? Isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute little box. Okay, this one here has got score lines all along the top of these. It's going to be a rounded box. So I'm going to push down all of these. But the whole video is not going to be about me putting together these boxes. It's going to show you how you can create your boxes for Cricut Design Space yourself. So while I'm folding this, why don't you look up here to my computer screen, and this is the website that I went to. It's called templatemaker.nl, and it's free, and you can use these for anything you want. So let's see. Not sure exactly how this goes together, but I'm going to give it a try. Okay, so let me bring this back later, and let's just look up here now for a few minutes. So these are all the templates that you can make, and let me show you how you use them in Design Space. Any kind of box you can think of you can make. Look at all of these. The one that I was making just right now was this one, I think. Yeah, the elliptical box, but I don't want to make that one again. So let me go undo. Okay, let's see, what should we look at? Let's just look at something very simple. How about this? The pillow pack. I've seen these done before. So what you do when you come to something that you like is the first thing that I do is I change it to inches and I tell it how big I want it to be. And then I come down here where it says more options and I click on that. And then this is going to show us what the box looks like. Okay. And then we're going to scroll down a little bit. And again, I can change this to inches if I'd like to. The worst thing about this using it is it comes in huge in Cricut Design Space, and I'm not sure how to fix that yet, but I'll give it a try. But what we need to do for Cricut Design Space is we're going to come down here and save it as an SVG, because we can upload SVGs into Cricut Design Space. Or those of you who are using Silhouette Studio, you can import it as an SVG too if you have Designer Edition and above, I think. So the Business Edition one that we have is great. You could try the DXF file also in Silhouette. All right. So for Cricut Design Space, or Silhouette Business, we would just click on the SVG and say Create. And there it is. And what I can do now is I could have automatically downloaded it, but since I didn't, I can right click on it and say Save As. And notice what it says down here, SVG document. And what's neat about it here is it tells the dimensions that I changed it to. So I'm going to save it as Pillow Pack in my downloads. Go save. And then in Cricut Design Space, let me get rid of these guys. I'll group them and hide them. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Upload an image, Browse, and I need to remember, what was that called? I've done so many of these. Oh, it was the pillow. Thank you for hollering at me. And so I clicked on the Pillow Pack and I said Open. And it's going to say that there's some stuff here that aren't supported, but we're going to go anyway. It says text elements, but we don't care. Continue. Here's what we want. So we're going to save. And now I'm going to click on it and insert it. And as I said, it's going to come in really big. Like, see this size up here, 576. So while it's trying to come in, I'm going to change this to a 5 and hit enter. Since the lock is locked, it'll change it proportionately. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find over here where it is, the Pillow Pack. And I'm going to click on it then. And I must have made my screen different. Whoa, there we go. So what I want to do is I want to change its position. I'm going to change it to the 0, 0, or 1, 1 position. So it's up in the upper left-hand corner. And now I can easily find it over here. All right, there it is. And did I change it to the 1, 1? No, 1, 1. Enter. All right, now it's up at the very top. Okay, so what we have to do now is we have to come over here and ungroup it. And we're going to pull some of this stuff away. So this right here is the cut file. Let's bring it back over there for a second. So if you'll notice here when I drag it back, these little places here are what is going to be the score lines. And we can actually look back here and maybe tell that, but not very clearly. So I just know those are the score lines, the blue ones here. So back in Design Space, I'm going to move this aside and I'm going to highlight these. And right now they are cut lines. I'm going to change them to score. So I can move this back over here again. And put it on top of that, just like that. So I really want to line these up well. Let's see. So I'm going to zoom in though to make sure, because I want those score lines to score right where I want them to. And you can kind of tell you want this line to be right here. And since they're all attached together, if you can get the center ones right, it'll be fine. So what you're going to do now is highlight everything and say attach. And again, I want to see what size this is because I don't want it to be really, really tiny. It's going to be 4 inches tall. And right now that's 5 inches wide. So I think I'll make it a little bit bigger. And now I'm just going to go to make it. And it's going to go ahead and do it on a 12 by 12 mat. Actually, I just need an 8.5 by 11 or something. So I'll go continue. Select my device. I have the Air 2. So my machine, I've turned it on and back off again to see if that helps this. So I've turned my machine off and I'm turning it back on now to see if it helps this. I'm going to cancel this and try again. So I'm going to go back to make it. And continue. And select my machine. And I don't have it set to custom materials right now, so I'm not sure why it's saying that. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to show you while this is doing this, how to do it in Silhouette then. So we'll go to a new page in Silhouette Studio, and I'm going to X that out. And I'm just going to change my page setup for a second, because I'm going to change it to the Cameo size. Okay, so the next thing that I would do here is I would just go to File, and I'm going to say Merge, and it was the pillow, right? Pillow. Pillow pack. Okay. All right, and here it comes in, and it actually needs to be ungrouped. So now I can delete this text, and this is what it was talking about in the other program, that there was text that was unsupported. Now all I have are the cut lines and the score lines. So if I go to send, if I have a machine, and I would come up here to line, and then notice there are two different types of line. There's the red one, and that's a cut, and then there's this one that I'm going to change to a score. So then my machine, this machine would be ready to go too, and it would connect to my Cameo 3 if I had one connected. So that's how easy it is in here. Now let's go back to Design Space to see what's happening. Oh, I don't know. Cancel, I guess. Cancel. Yes. So I'll cancel it one more time, and I'll try it one more time, and we'll see if I can get it to work. So let's see. Making sure that nothing weird is over here. I'm going to go to Make It again. Comes in beautifully. Continue. Select my device. Okay, I've selected Cardstock. It says to load my scoring stylus in clamp A, and I already have it in there since I've made several boxes already. And my blade is in B, so I'll just continue, and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so I finished cutting it and scoring it, and now I'm going to put it together. Again, I'm using my ATG gun, which I really like using a lot. So I've got to figure out which side goes in first. I think this side would. Like that. Maybe. And that. So this part I'm just playing around with. It looks right. And this part up here, one side gets in and the other side goes in like this. So there's your pillow box. And it's really pretty. I made it out of a, you see that? The glare. But it's cute. There's a little opening. Kind of reminds me of what they used to put the hot apple pies in at McDonald's. Maybe they still do. Like that. So that's it. That's another one of the boxes that you can make easily. So again, let's look up here one more time at my screen and just look and see what else they have available. I mean, there's just a ton of them up here. That would be really fun to play with. Here they're showing this one completed. It's really cute. So again, enjoy using this, and if you do design anything, whether it be in Silhouette or in Cricut Design Space, I'd love it if you'd put it on our Facebook page. 2 different ones, Cricut Design Space with Patty Ann and Cutting Up with Patty Ann. So I'll have links down below though for you guys. So again, thank you for joining me. Hope you like this video. Bye-bye.